Yo, yeah, big up everyone, man. Big up, big up, big up. I did not think I would be doing a video for Liverpool about a new signing, and if it was, it definitely wasn't. It wasn't this signing. It was not this signing. But Liverpool have hijacked the deal from Newcastle for Victor Muñoz from Osasuna. He's currently with the Spanish national team at the World Cup. There goes all the information that I could. No, I'm joking. Nah, listen. Big up to everybody, man. I will be doing like a scouting video kind of thing anyway, taking a look at him a lot better. But I kind of just wanted to, I guess, gauge reaction first and foremost, just from I haven't really seen. I've seen online, to be fair, what people have thought, and yeah, like the reaction has been the reaction. I get it as well. I totally understand. Do you know what I mean? Like that, it was out of nowhere from what Fabrizio, when I listened to what he had to say. Big up Trudon as well, man. Good afternoon to you, my boy. Yeah, when I was listening to Fabrizio when he announced the deal, and I waited until this morning because he was just talking about like little extra bits. But anyways, he was talking about, yeah, this came out of nowhere. Like he didn't even know. Do you get what I'm saying? Like even he was surprised as to, yeah, like this deal even happening. It looked like it was going to be Newcastle this whole time, and then boop, Liverpool decided, hey, you know what I'm saying? And big up KLM. Liverpool decided like, yo, let's try and let's get in there. They paid the release clause, and then boom, bam, bim. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Do you know what I mean? Now he's a Liverpool player. Before we'll look at some stats, and then I'm gonna read some stuff. We're gonna look at it together. Before I do my video later on, where it's a bit better of a deep dive and stuff like that, because I know a lot of us. That's rage. Let's wait. Take time. Because I know a lot of us, myself included, just as a disclaimer, right? I've seen him play twice. Once for Spain, once for Real Madrid against Barcelona. I have not seen him play for Osasuna. I promise you that. Like, or if I have watched, I did watch Osasuna versus Barcelona. I promise you, I wasn't noticing him. Like he wasn't the one I was noticing or paying any level of attention to, right? So I just wanted to make that part clear. I think my thing's all freezing and that. But yeah, I just wanted to make that clear in itself, that like I'm not sitting here with tons of, oh my God, like, yeah, this, that. No, I'm going away, going to do my research, going to take a look at him properly, read the scout reports and stuff. But yeah, like I said, we're going to take a little look at him now so that we have some level of information, because yeah, I feel like this is the type of signing where we're all just a little bit baffed and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah. Like I said, it's one of those. Am I happy with it? I'll be honest. He's what I said earlier on was it's one of those like meh type of signings where you're just like, okay, like, all right, thanks. Did you okay, like what next? Did you get what I'm saying? And what I also don't want, because I also feel like it is a bit unfair on the player, I don't want there to be some high expectancy on him, even though I don't think there will be anyway. But I also don't want him to kind of come in and everyone's, I don't even want you, like, because obviously that's a bit deep. Do you get what I'm saying? Like he didn't ask to be who he is. At the end of the day, he is who he is. He will come in some type of capacity, as Kaylin is saying there, squad option. That's what I think he's coming in to be, because I believe they've done this, and this is where it gets a little bit, you could say conspiracy, but whatever. I believe that Liverpool will look to sell Cody Gakpo, whether they can or not will depend on finances. They'll look to sell Cody Gakpo. You'll have Rio and Muñoz playing on that left-hand side. He can play on the right-hand side as well, as we know. So he'll be like the guy who could just play everywhere. And I guess Liverpool want to have those players who, yeah, rage loud, man. Liverpool want to have players who can play on both sides, and maybe someone who could obviously play through the middle, blah, 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 right? But mainly, I think this is more a plot. I say plot, but a plot to keep Rio. I think if you went out and signed, which they still might do, by the way, there's nothing to suggest that Liverpool won't do this. I'm just trying to think. I feel like you couldn't sign Bradley Barcola and Yan Diamonde, because in my mind, when you do stuff like that, you're now saying, oh, okay, we're going to sign Bradley Barcola. And he's a starter. He's not coming here to squad rotate. Like, he's already done that. And he's doing it with the world's best. Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Doué. He's already doing it over there. So if he's going anywhere else, brother, I'm playing. Like, I'm definitely your starter. As in, I'm only being benched for cup games. That's like, for me, that's the kind of energy that you bring in someone like a Bradley Barcola into, right? So Rio couldn't, I guess, if they really truly believe in Rio, which, listen, if they do, they do. Like, hear me, I'm not here to argue. If they truly believe in a Rio, then this is the perfect signing. Someone who isn't the greatest, has his attributes, he's fast, all that, whatever. We'll get into that anyway. Has his own level of reputation, is young enough to be able to, I guess, he's not that experienced at like top level football. He's not played at the top level for a long time. I think it's only one season, but he's in a position now where, yeah, I can rotate with a Rio, and then you two could just battle it out. Whereas with Barcola, I feel like there's a level of demand that comes with that. Now, I'm not saying they don't sign Barcola. For all I know, they sign him, put him out on the right-hand side. You don't sign Yan Diamonde. No problem. It is what it is. But yeah, I think it's more they trust Rio. They want to push Rio. But at the same time, you can't just have Rio, which is 100%. That's what you should be doing. If you believe in Rio that much, you go and get a player like this. And let's be real, guys. We're always asking rotation options. We look at Manchester City. We've looked at Arsenal before. We've looked at PSG. We've looked at various other teams. And we're always the ones saying, well, why don't we have an option? Like a good enough option? Why is it always got to be a Rio to a Gakpo where the level is so big? Why is it always got to be Salah to nobody? Did you get what I'm saying? We can't, I'm not now going to sit here and complain. If you genuinely believe in Rio, that means you're saying, but obviously he's going to choose, but between, say, Rio and Muñoz, it's between you two to see who starts the season. If one of you starts well, cool. If the other one starts better, cool. Like, whatever the weather, that's fine. But maybe Muñoz is obviously closer to a level of Rio, so you can, the team's not going to be affected. On top of that, I feel like this is a player, from what I'm reading, this is the player that Iraola has wanted. So again, if this is the player that you wanted, this is the player that you feel that can fit into your system. Again, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't want to do all of that stuff. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, I know we can crash it out 100%. And big up Trudeau. I know you said Fozzie crashed out. Fozzie, you don't need to crash out, bro. You don't need to come out. Yeah, you don't need to crash out, should I say? Like, I promise you, it's probably not as deep as we're thinking it is. Remember, the window just opened, or just recently opened. Now we got time. Liverpool got time, man. Liverpool got time. We don't even know. Obviously, don't get twisted. If Liverpool start signing some meaty wingers from this point on, and all just meaty players, obviously 100%. That's when we can, really start crashing out. That's when we can really like, oh, okay, yo, what the fuck is this? And yada yada yada. Apologies, by the way, if my screen keeps freezing. I don't know, my internet's been acting up. But yeah, like, I can understand from that kind of point of view. I can actually understand that. But listen, let's just wait and see. Let's give it some time. Let's do you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to calm it down a little piece, because like I said, I saw some of the reactions and I was like, yo, like, it's a bit unfair on him. Did you get what I'm saying? Like, let's just wait and take time. Let's just take time and then see what's good. Right now, I'll be honest, it depends on whatever your level of expectations for Liverpool actually is. For me, I already said I feel like Liverpool's top 4 next season. So this kind of signing probably works for that, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of where I see Liverpool are at this moment in time. But let's wait and see. Let's just wait and see. Let's see some of these comments. G's coming on a 6-year contract and he's still 22. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Big up Scraps, big up Beans on Toast. Hope you guys are blessed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Owen, like, trust. Just let's take time. Let's be better. Let's be better. Let's be better. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes, the real. Let's watch him play first. Like I said, he's with the Spain squad right now. He might get some game time. Do you get what I'm saying? He may get the game time, and then you can see a little bit more of him, and then blah, blah, blah. We can take it from there. I think it's just more, he wasn't a winger on any of our radars. I think that's what it is. He was just someone that we never looked at. So now, you know what I'm saying? When we're looking at, oh my God, Liverpool signed this guy, it's like, yeah, it's just because you didn't, I say you, myself included, by the way, I didn't think of Muñoz. I was definitely not thinking about him. That's not where I thought Liverpool were trying to go. But it's because I didn't have Rio in my plans like that. Rio weren't going to be the main guy on that side. So if Liverpool are thinking that, hey, say no more. Say no more. Big up YG. People doing too much. He's cheap, versatile, good option off the bench, and Iraola. There you go. There you go. Sometimes it's like, you don't need to be so mad about everything. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like it's not everybody, but sometimes I think that's a bit of a selective outrage that we're on here. Like, what we doing? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get rage? I do hear that. People do think Iraola is a god and he's going to improve everybody. I don't believe that's going to happen. But this might be one of the players that, listen, bruv, you brought this guy in. You better improve the shit out of him. Real talk. He better come in and be like this demon on that left-hand side or right-hand side, whichever side, obviously that he plays on. But yeah, I just think, like I said, I think this all relates back to whatever your expectations are of the team. Now, if some of you are thinking that Liverpool should be going to the moon, yeah, the sky is not going to be good enough for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Because really and truly, that's where I think I'm like, Liverpool should be aiming for the sky. Whether you get there and you hit a couple clouds along the way, that's totally up to you. But some people feel like Liverpool should be on the moon and leaving footprints. I'm like, nah. Well, to me, I'm like, nah. You need to aim for the sky and pray that you get to the clouds. Pray that you get to the clouds, man, because that's where I think you're at the moment. And then you can build. You know what? Next time, now we can go and try aim to get past. Like all of those kind of little silly little analogies there. That's the way I'm looking at it at this moment in time. Hence why I'm not so like angry or nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm biased to the Spanish team. So, you know what I'm saying? He's now officially my guy. Him and Diamande and not getting Barcola saves money to fix our midfield with Wharton and Kamara, Buwadi, then a right. This is what I'm saying, Chaz. This is what I'm saying. Remember, we got other positions. Liverpool, look, ultimately, Liverpool still got other players anyway at the club. You still got Chiesa, still got Harvey Elliott. If worse came to worse, I guess those players would have to play, right? See that midfield? Yeah, that midfield needs it needs to go quickly, very, very quickly. Big up goal ratio. To be fair, everyone last season was screaming for a versatile forward, exactly, and someone with pace, exactly, and space, someone who could trigger a press, exactly, and go for low-key signing. Now everyone is exactly. Thank you, Christian. I'm even going to start this. I might even put this back up at the end of the stream. Everyone was talking about Liverpool might need to just go back to what they used to do. Get those low-key signings. Them kind of, when I say low-key, by the way, I mean, I should have said low-fee. I'm not going to say low-key, because I don't feel like they got like low-key, so to speak. I still feel like low-key is you sign Caicedo and you can sell it for 100. That's low-key. That, in my opinion, that's how I define a low-key signing. Caicedo from freaking Ecuador, and then you turn him into what he's turned into now. That's low-key. Low-fee, yes, that's where I feel that Liverpool really excel. They can get players who, they're not really there yet. And no one's really trying to check for these kind of players, which is fair. That's not a problem because they're not at the time deemed to be that good. So I understand as to why other clubs wouldn't look at some of these players. I get it. But I've heard that Muñoz, quite a few teams were looking at him anyway. Like, I know that if he went to Newcastle, he was probably going to start. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't see him rotate. Well, maybe rotating with Alanya. I don't know how that looks. But yeah, either way. Would you rather have a balanced squad depth or expensive toys like last season and leave us? So yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, man. Because what happens when Isak gets his honorary injury? Who's going to play there? What happens when Rio is stinking up the gaff for the last 5 games in a row and we're praying for just anything? We're just praying that something different can just come on the pitch. This is what I'm saying. That's why the right wing is so interesting to me, because I'm like, I wonder how you're going to play it. I guess you get in a guy who could play left and right. You could just, because if you get Diamande, if he doesn't play, what do you then do next? Are you like Frimpong, by the way, people? Don't listen, he's playing right wing next season. I hope you know that at points. I just hope you've accepted that as a fan base. So yeah. Ria as a starter, him off the bench, then get Diamande for the right wing and then get some midfield. Yes, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Financially in the long term makes more sense to get Muñoz and Diamande, as both won't be on hefty wages. Yeah, 100%. Oh, I don't know what Diamande will be on actually, and would both be on less than Barcola. 100%. Yeah. But Barcola's on PSG wages. that's hefty wages, you know. That's not small fry. But Barcola's like reputation is higher than all the players that we've been linked to. Of course it is. Back-to-back Champions League winner. back-to-back Champions League winner, has played numerous amount of times for PSG, scored numerous amount of goals. Come on, man. His reputation is way higher than the rest of these guys. Way higher. Pace is good, but I prefer wingers with a bag. This guy doesn't have any tricks. I hear it, but those are hard to find, Rage. Do you get what I'm saying? They're kind of hard to find. If we get him in Diamonde plus a DM and a centre-back, then the transfer window is at least a 9 out of 10. I'm definitely not going to give it a 9 out of 10. Unless you're signing some real bad boys. But yeah, I all I care about, right? Forget the level of player, like just for a second, right? I don't like that. That's subjective. Some people rate this player, some people rate that player. That's fine. I'm more about, can you just sign what you need instead of leaving yourself short every single time? How good or bad the player is, that will be determined in the future. We have no idea. No manager has any idea how good or bad a player is going to be. Do you think Man City spent 100 million on Grealish and thought, yeah, in 2-3 years' time, we're going to be loaning him out to fucking Everton? You don't know. But can you just get what you need? So at least then you're starting from at least a position of strength. That's been Liverpool's problem for years. They don't know how to start from a position of strength. Last season, you signed all of these players. Were they what you needed? You still left yourself short in other areas. So were those players actually what you needed? Were they what Slot needed? Questions can be asked, and that's my biggest thing. Can you just get what you need? Sorry, can you get what Iraola needs? Once he's got that, I then don't want to hear any excuse, because now we can look at the players, we can look at the quality, and then we can have those kind of discussions. Last season, we were spending more time. Is it the manager? Is it the players? Is it the manager? Is it the players? Is it Richard Hughes? Is it? Come on, that's too much. That's too much, man. Like it's all everywhere because you don't even know what's kind of going on. I'm saying the manager's got every tool that he possibly wanted, as an example, right? Come the end of the transfer window. It's on you, but it's on you, big man. It's on you. If the team ain't playing well, we know it's you now. If the players obviously are of a certain kind of level, we know it's you. We know it's a you problem. Now we're not going to spend so much time as a fan base getting onto players, cussing them out. I'm not going to spend so much time doing videos about how much I hate and dislike this player. Listen, after a while, it just gets kind of tedious. I'm even bored of it. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's just one of those. Muñoz is a tidy footballer from the clips I've seen, and the type goals he scores shows he's not one-dimensional. Yeah, he looks tidy, man. He looks tidy. He looks tidy. Don't get twisted. There are way better players than him out there that I probably would have gone for. But again, listen, he must serve some type of purpose in it. Like I'm just not really that bothered about a player like him, because I don't have an expectation about him. I'm not really looking at him and thinking, oh yeah, he's got to do X, Y, and Z. I'm just like, yeah, do what you're doing. Like, okay, what's next? Are you sorting out everything else now? Like, don't get gassed. Don't sit on your high horse and think, oh yeah, because no. Can you now sort out whatever else that you need to, sort out as a club and as a team? I agree. We're probably selling Gakpo for 60, but 40 would do it right now. But PSG leave us short every summer though, so I'm not really. That's what I'm saying, bro. But this is why I'm not bothered so much yet. I'm going to wait and see. But again, my expectation of Liverpool is you're going to get top 4. To me, that's good enough, because that's where I think you're at the moment. So this is probably the level of player that I feel that you probably would get if you was in this kind of position. Add to the fact that you've got the players that you do have, or the ones that you do keep. I think, yeah, you're like a top 4 kind of squad, like a top 4 team. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it should be any more than that. If it is, great. You've exceeded my expectations, whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's probably why I'm not so vexed about it, kind of thing. Versatility and fluidity is what gets you them. Yeah, no, 100. Why is the market so dead though? Football is in trouble unless you unearth some gems. Yeah, but how many Caicedos can you find? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, how many of those are even out there? You want this to just be the start? Exactly, Derek. You just want this to be the start. All right, let's take a look at this. I've spoken for a long time. Should I make it? Yeah, go on. Why not, mate? Okay. So I've got here just statistics. So these are code, as you can see, Muñoz on the left, then Cody Gakpo, Rio, I did not know that was his full name, and Bradley Barcola. We're just going to look at these guys for now. Just to see, because these are the left wingers that Liverpool have and would obviously have in the team, right? I just want to see how he compares to those guys. I personally haven't taken a look at this. I said, you know what, we'll look at this together properly so that there's none of this, oh, I already know and I'm preempting what I'm going to say. No, let's look at it together, and then we can obviously, take it from there. Big up IB. Romano seems to be saying we are still in for Barcola or Diamande, so Munoz is a good start. Now build on what we can get from the market. 100%. All right, let's look at this. Let's stop here. Right, if LFC is a top 4 club, what is Man City or Chelsea? Chelsea, I don't know. Man City challenging for the title. All right, so as I said, obviously Munoz is on the left, Barcola is on the far right, and then you've got Cody Gakpo second left, and then Rio is third. So, okay, you know what? Let's do per 90. Let's see if we could just make this a tad bit fairer. Let's make this per 90. Okay, that did not work the way I thought it was going to work. Reform won't like that name. Yeah, bro, like that, Rio. Just keep your name Rio. You know what I'm saying? This even Ngumoha is a bit touchy. Shot accuracy. He's got a 55.36, which is better than Gakpo, which is better than Rio, just under Bradley Barcola. He takes 1.1 shots per game, again, which places him second behind Bradley Barcola. 0.3 goals, which puts him in joint third behind Barcola and Rio, which is crazy. Goals from outside the box, don't care about that. Conversion rate is the lowest. Okay, so he's not really someone who I guess we can count on to finish. He is playing for Osasuna. By the way, context, he plays for Osasuna. He plays for the worst team on this chart. I don't want to be too unfair about him, right? I've seen other targets. I'm gonna go. Yeah, scraps. I'm gonna talk about that in a sec. I saw that as well. Open play passes, assists, chances created. Again, I don't want to give an excuse, but he plays for Osasuna. They are not a good team, battling relegation. Does that play a part? But either way, his is only one. That's all he creates. Passes attempted, quite low. Let's go crosses attempted. He's joint with Rio, which is pretty good. Way more than Bradley Barcola. I don't know if that's just a system thing with PSG in terms of the way that they play. Again, something to think about. Crossing accuracy, yeah, Rio's is pretty good. Through balls. Rio played no through balls. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. 0.1. So Bradley Barcola 0.4. Forward passes, backward passes, sideways passes. Let's go to here. Scrap El Mala. Barcola better than all of them. Yeah, no, he would be in it. Ground duels contested 12. So it puts him at second place. His ground duel success is at 41%. Rio's is 57.669. That's pretty dope. Ball recoveries. He recovers the ball more than any of these other players. Plays for Osasuna. Would he be doing that more? More than likely. But listen, he does. He loses possession though the most. Now, again, I've not watched Osasuna, so again, I'm just being as transparent as I possibly can. I do not watch them. The only time I have is when they played Barcelona, and I promise you, he was not the player that I was focusing on. It was actually the striker. Anyways, he loses the ball the most. Is that because the onus is on him to attack the most? You could say that. But out of everybody here, he's losing the ball the most out of everybody else. You can look at that both ways. Yep, he's trying a lot. He's trying to do what he needs to do, etc., etc. But you seem to lose the ball quite a lot. And for a team who probably don't have that much possession, yeah, it's one of those. But again, I can then look on the other side and say, hey, you know what? Budimir, thank you, Sai. That's the brother that he looked cold when I saw him against Barcelona. He scores goals. He scores a mad amount of goals. But he was the one that I was watching for Osasuna. Anyways. So yeah, you can look at it from the other side of things in regards to him obviously losing the ball so much, etc., etc. Could be a good or bad thing. Again, obviously coming to Liverpool, you're gonna have possession more time. How much of the onus is going to be on you, as opposed to maybe if you do sign a Diamande. I think if you sign Diamande, I feel like Liverpool are gonna always try to get the ball to him. It's gonna be a bit like how Salah's there. Yeah, I feel like it's literally gonna be that. Whether it's Barcola, whether it's Diamande, I feel like that's just what it's going to be. In the end. So, yeah. So, like I say, stats, not that great. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, in terms of how he compares to the rest of these guys, not really that great. Let's look at total. Let's look at total. Maybe that might give us a better picture. Assists, obviously Gakpo's got the most. He's created 27 chances. I mean, Rio by himself has created 16, and he definitely ain't played that many games. Passes attempted, crosses, he's made the most, as I mentioned before. Yeah, so I mean, oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Take-ons overrun, he overruns them the most. Wow, that is a lot. He's contested 400 duels, which is double that of Barcola. Take-ons completed, 71, which is quite a lot. Success rate obviously only at 40%, but considering he's completed 71 of those in comparison to Rio 29, Gakpo, you're just shit. Because how have you got 33 and Rio's got 29? Flipping it, man. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, so what do you call it? He's got Muñoz has obviously got 71 that he's completed. His ground duels that he's contesting more, he's winning more. So again, might be one of the, I know Dean likes a winger who can, I don't know, hustle and bustle, do all the ground duels and that. So I hear it. Listen, this might be up your alley, Dean. This might be up your alley in terms of the type of player. And he recovers the ball. That's something I did see. He recovers the ball the most out of anyone here. 96 that he's had in La Liga this season. Gakpo at 87, Rio only at 19, and Barcola at 59. Times he's been tackled, 160 times. Fucking hell. Yeah. Like I said, he seems like a player who's always going to try. And as they say, God loves a trier. God loves a trier. So, yeah, like I say, when it comes to the stats and stuff like that, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that they're amazing because they're not. Let's not do that. It's definitely not amazing if we're just talking from a stats POV. But again, like I say, this might be for Liverpool to then go out there and decide that they do want to sign a Bradley Barcola. They do want to sign a Diamonde anyway, kind of thing. And also maybe even look to another winger. I'm going to show you guys this real quick, and then I'm not going to be here for too long. Like I said, I'm going to have a video dropping this evening, taking a deeper dive into Victor Muñoz, so you guys can obviously see it a bit better for yourselves, to be honest with you. All right. All right, let's take a look. Now, this, by the way, I implore all of you, because this is something that I do quite a lot. Make that a bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this is somewhere I go quite a lot. TFA. If you guys ever want to know about certain players, like just a little scout report. If you just want something to read on the train home, if you're sitting at home bored or whatever, take a look at all of this. They got a lot for quite a few of the players, right? In fact, quite a lot of players actually. I always look at this before I do. If I don't know about a player, if I need to get a bit more information about said player, anything like that, when I'm doing my videos, I use this. I use this quite a lot, as well as obviously watching the compilations, checking out the stats. I spend quite a lot of time doing that, but I always read these scout reports, and I read different ones because I kind of want to know, because different scouts might say different things, but if you see a common theme, then you know, okay, this is the type of player that this player actually is. So yeah, I would definitely implore everybody, take a look at TFA, Total Football Analysis. Definitely take a look at them. I think they're pretty good. They're quite accurate with their analysis as well. So yeah, take a look. But we'll just look at this quickly. I like this. So obviously his style of play. So as they've obviously got it here, Muñoz primarily operates as a winger within Osasuna's system, positioning himself clearly on the flank to provide width and draw the opposing fullback out of position, creating space for the rest of the attacking line. His role in this phase is to maintain the width on the field and open up passing lanes, making him a crucial element in building attacks from the wings. So he's that type of player. Okay, let's see if he's got anything a bit more interesting. You can see obviously him playing here through the middle. Just trying to find. All right, yes, here we go. This is the one I want to see. Him in possession. They show how important he is. Yeah, he looks like, obviously from the compilations in terms of his dribbling style and technique, it's very, very raw. That's definitely something that I will say. He's got a very, very raw ability, but yeah, I guess it's just one of those kind of things. So yeah, as I said, we'll be able to take a deeper dive into that. And I did see what scraps you put out there in regards to, and I'll get that up right now, in regards to Ben Jacobs talking about the other wingers that Liverpool might potentially be interested in if they're not able to go and get a Diamonde, if they're not able to agree, that kind of fee. So that in itself, when I saw those names, I said, I would love to know which out of any, if any, that you guys would actually try and fuck with. Get up for you guys now. Any questions, guys? Leave it in the what do you call it? Leave it in the chat, and I will answer them before I head on out of here. Like I said, I just want to get like a quick reaction. Wanyeri, we should definitely try and get. Yeah, maybe. This is a fullback, man. Bro, allow him, man. Jesus Christ. You are on his neck. Crikey. All right. All right. Who's that? Gio with a space. Big up Gio, though. All right, let's move that. Yo, StreamYard, I need to be able to share more than one screen at a time. Like, I don't want to have to keep coming out of this and blah, blah, blah. Like, I know you can hear me. So I beg you, sort it out. All right, cool. So let's take a look at this. So, as Ben Jacobs says here, Liverpool will sign another attacker in addition to Muñoz. Optimism remains on Yan Diamonde, but due to competition with PSG and Leipzig's asking price, there are other targets. Understand, pace is the key criteria. Okay, fair enough. Also on the list are said Almala, Minty or Minte, Matthias Fernandez Pardo. I've actually got a video I was supposed to record, but this came up in the way. So yeah, I've still got to record that video for him. He's kind of a tidy player, I can't lie. All options in case Diamonde doesn't arrive. Bradley Barcola, another player Liverpool have looked at this summer. I feel like they're not going to get Bradley Barcola. I feel like that one just seems a bit too wishy-washy. Like, it seems like only if, yeah, like, I don't know. There seems like there's way too much with the Bradley Barcola thing. I feel like if it's going to be anybody, it's going to be Yan Diamonde. But again, that's if Leipzig decide to play ball. Do you get what I'm trying to say? None of all of them suck for where I think Liverpool should be. But this is what I'm saying, Rage. Excuse me. This is what I'm saying. Where do you have Liverpool? What are your own expectations of Liverpool? Because if your expectation is the moon, then 100. I hear you. Like, I'm not even arguing with you. I get where you're coming from, but maybe you then need to, like I said, shoot for the sky, hit the clouds. You're good. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Then it's not so much of a big deal, so to speak, in that kind of regards. But when you're that's so silly. When you're shooting for the moon and you don't get there, yeah, we should be challenging. I disagree with that. I disagree. I don't think Liverpool are good enough to challenge. I don't think they're there yet. I think the position that Liverpool are in at this moment in time is a position of just, you've lost all identity. You have none whatsoever. Iraola's coming in. I can't see him just working up the magic, just in one season, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah. I'm not saying Liverpool should be 20 points off like they were last season. I definitely don't think it's that. But I don't think it's a challenge, so to speak. I think you'll almost just kind of know kind of early on in the season, like, okay, we're not going to challenge for the title, but you know what? We can at least finish in a respectable position. Do you get what I'm saying? This is why this ownership needs to go. The talk should be about bringing back the Premier League title back to Anfield, but instead, yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it. But again, Liverpool are not, by the way, I'm saying this is me. This isn't, I'm not saying that this is, let's come out of it. I'm not saying that this is what everyone else should think. I'm not saying that this is a factual thing or anything. I'm just saying for me, I'm saying Liverpool are not showing me anything that suggests that it should be any more than that. Like, you haven't done anything to suggest that it should be more than a top four battle. Like, you think, oh, because we got Isak and you got Wirtz, that it should be a title challenge. Sorry, that's not even close to being enough. You've lost out. You obviously you've got not got rid, but you've lost Robbo. You've lost Salah. Yeah, they're aging. They're on their way out. No problem. Your replacements for those players, are they of the quality to keep you challenging? I don't think so. Kirkes? No, I don't think so. Unfortunately, Robbo was performing at such a crazy level, you almost needed someone who was close to that. You didn't get that with Kirkes. I'm not saying Kirkes might not have a good season next season. He might do. He may do. Again, with the whole Just bring it. With the whole Salah thing, even bringing in Yan Diamonde. Yan Diamonde? Really? Like, is it, how much is he going to replace? Isak? I don't know what that looks like. Excuse me. I don't know what that looks like with an Isak. Florian Wirtz, we haven't got a clue. We actually don't know what that even looks like in itself. Also, as well, one of the major things I always think about is when you look at, say, I'll use Manchester City because it's the easiest one. You know, when big players leave, obviously, like say when Kevin De Bruyne left, it's difficult to fill those gaps. It's not easy. Like, you can't just fill it with just like these. Remember, these are Prem legends. Like, these are guys who you'd maybe put in an all-time Premier League 11. So when these guys go, to then try and replace them with Nico Gonzalez, you're like, he's not even a bad player, but Phil Foden, who's been off the boil for about 2 seasons, you're like, it's difficult. It's not easy. It's not easy to just keep yourself up there with the type of players that have left. Hence why other positions, Fernandinho leaving, Rodri already being at the football club, he can then just kind of, come into the team and, boom, bam, bim. You can do those kind of things in certain positions. Fernandinho isn't like one of the best DMs we've ever seen in the Premier. Like, he's good, but you know what I mean. He's not on the level of a Kevin De Bruyne is, what a Mo Salah is. So when you lose those type of players, Robbo, come on, man. We're talking about players who are probably arguably the best in their position. It's difficult to replace that. So when you replace it with players who have had one good season at a respectable level, don't keep your expectations too high. That's all I'm saying. And that's why I'm trying to preach. I might as well do a sermon. Like, I might as well preach, because I'm just like, don't have the expectations to the moon, because I promise you, you're just going to be mad about it later on. You'd rather them exceed whatever expectations you do have. And also, by the way, throughout the season, things will potentially change. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, things could potentially just change, like in terms of maybe Liverpool are 6 months ahead of where I thought they were, come January, as an example. And if so, brilliant, no problem. We can go. Then I can reassess the situation. Right now, though, come on, man, we're a club that you don't know who's coming or going. Is Gakpo staying? Is Elliott staying? Is Curtis Jones staying? Is McAllister staying? Are we signing another striker? Are we going to get another winger in? If we do get that winger in, who's that winger going to be? Big up Dugout. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to his channel, please. Defense. Are we getting another centre back in? Are you going to trust having a very young and inexperienced centre back next to Virgil van Dijk, with your backup being another young and inexperienced centre back? Your right back options, what are we doing over there? It was supposed to be Conor Bradley. Is he going to be able to stay fit? We don't know. Left back, are we keeping Tsimikas? Is he a good enough backup for someone like Kurt? There's way too many questions. Alisson, he looked like he wanted to leave. There's more questions than answers. So that's why I'm saying I can't. Liverpool have enough quality, I feel, to be able to finish in a Champions League spot, 100%. But to say, yeah, you should be challenging, I'm like, nah, you're not stable. Arsenal, stable. Man City ain't even stable, and I still believe that they'll be able to do what they need to do. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and that's just where, excuse me, yeah, that's just where I'm at when I'm looking at the landscape of things. Again, things may change. They may change, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't or wouldn't, and that we shouldn't reassess things later on. I'm just trying to look at it a bit more logically in terms of where we're at. Remember, we just finished 5th last season. You went from winning the league to finishing 5th. I mean, I don't even know what the medium to that is. I actually don't really know. For me, the midfield is much more pressing issue. 100%. This is what I'm saying. Sorry, I didn't even name the midfield. Are we signing another midfielder? Like, are we generally signing one? What's the quality level going to be like? What's the type of profile? Obviously, Iraola's just come through the door, innit? So like, he's going to have his own profile that he wants. But what does that look like? Remember, let's also not get too overly gassed. Like I said, when Iraola came in, do I like Iraola because I like him from far? Or is he actually going to be good? I like Iraola. But did I like him because he was at Bournemouth doing what Bournemouth are doing? And I never had expectations that Bournemouth would make Europe. And that style of football can work at Bournemouth. Or do I like him because he's actually a good manager? He's going to have to prove that. Did you get what I'm saying? Hence why I'm not getting onto him. I'm not, none of that. I'm just saying, you're going to have to prove it. I have no idea how good you're going to be. I've seen you in the Premier League. I've seen what you can do. But I've seen what you can do for Bournemouth. At Liverpool, it's 10 million times different. That you see that expectation level, that's of a crazy level for Liverpool. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy level. Liverpool ain't going to accept that. Well, I like to think Liverpool ain't going to accept that. So it's one of those. I don't know if we're going to get Wharton. Really, really don't know. Sangare is still on the market. Are these players that the manager even wants, though? Everyone kept talking about Buwadi. Is that someone that Iraola wants? Remember, we got to get players that Iraola wants. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to need to make sense because he has to work with these players. So we need to get players. Unless you're going to get some like Kvaratskhelia, where it's like whether you wanted him or not, you're taking him. Then, do you know what I mean? We got to think what's the best practice for someone like Iraola to be able to come in on top of the sheer fact that it's a World Cup year. He's not going to have certain players back for quite some time. This is what I'm saying. Have you enjoyed the World Cup at all? Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's been all right. It's been all right. I like France's second half. I think that's the best half of football I've seen in the entire tournament against Senegal. I thought that was really good. I thought England were good. I was supposed to do a video. I might still do one. England were good, though. England were good. Second half again. It really turned it up intense. Yeah, Croatia just could not live with England. And you know me, bro, I flipping hate England. But you know what? They were good. I have to give them their props in that second half. First half, I felt like it was even. I felt like a draw made the most sense. Another game that I've liked, Japan versus Netherlands. I was really rooting for Japan. And if I'm being real, I feel like Japan probably could have done better. They just kind of held back a little bit for some weird reason. I feel like they didn't. It's like they underestimated themselves, which was weird. I'm like, nah, I feel like you're better than Netherlands. Netherlands are not good. I promise you, they're not good. So yeah, a few games. What about yourself, man? What about yourself? Don't forget this is Edwards Hughes last year. Yeah, I heard something a few weeks back that Richard Hughes may potentially he'll stay to finish off this summer window and then he's going to bounce. Don't know how true that was. But yeah, Shard. Bloody hell. Remember, Christian, you got to think about what the market dictates. Do you get what I'm saying? We've got to. God, what's wrong with this guy? We've got to see what the market is saying though. Like who's available in this. Look, you just saw the names that I like: Diamonde, Pardo, El Mala, and Minty. I don't know how I can call him Minty. That's so fresh. But yeah, those are the 4 players that Liverpool are interested in. This market ain't popping the way that you think it is. Do you know what I'm saying? It's really, really not. We are battling for the market of players that Newcastle, that Brighton, that is the market that Liverpool seemingly want to shop in. Clearly. Diamonde being, I guess, the outside bet to that kind of thing. And even then, it's looking kind of tricky. I don't know how. He may sign, but yeah. It's just one of those. It's just one of those. I see Gio put Spanish answer to Kvaratskhelia. He's definitely not that. He's definitely not that at all. A couple more questions and then 5 more minutes and then I'll head on out of here. 5 more minutes? Yeah, 5 more minutes. Finish the window by giving us Minty. Nah, you could. Yeah, I know. But remember a couple seasons ago, people were like, yo, Liverpool got to sign Minty. Liverpool got to sign him. Got to sign him. When he at Newcastle and then Brighton, Liverpool got to sign him. He was supposed to be the heir apparent to Salah. Oh, get him in now. He can rotate with Salah. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's waffle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like nobody knows. Liverpool just signed Victor Muñoz out of nowhere and no journalist knew. There was no reports. There was no. I promise you, over the last couple of days, I've been seeing. You know, like I follow Fabrizio, so I've just been seeing that he was going to Newcastle. He was fully going to Newcastle, and I fully said that's a good move. That's a good move. From what I knew of him, I was like, yeah, that's a good move though. That's a good move. I feel like that's the type of player that would go to a Newcastle. I definitely didn't think it would come to Liverpool. That's what's thrown me because I'm like, eesh, okay. Do you know what I mean? But again, if it means that you're propelling Rio because you believe that Rio should be the starter, then it is what it is. I'll probably lean. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Like I said, I'll have a scout report for all of them anyway. I've got one of Diamanda. You guys have probably already seen it. I'll have one for all four of them. So over the next few days, I'll try and release as many as I possibly can. And then, yeah, then you guys can kind of just judge it really for yourselves, to be honest with you. Do you get what I'm saying? That's all I ever want to do. Just show you guys, you guys decide it. I'm not here to tell you yes or no. I think Newcastle has to go for Nusa. He is very good. Yeah, he's all right. I feel like Nusa's been around for so long and ain't really done nothing in that time. Like, I don't feel like he's taken the baton from where I thought he was going to be to now. I'm like, you're all right. You're all right. I feel like you haven't taken your game to the next level. Still feel like you're at kind of a similar level as I thought you were maybe 2 to 3 years ago. But it's not say he's bad. And again, that level was fine back then. I would have taken you back then. Now I'm like, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. With Iraola here, I think getting Adam Wharton has become an even more important signing. Potentially, listen, don't be surprised if Liverpool go out and sign Tyler Adams. I remember when me and Jerry wanted Tyler Adams years ago. Fucking hell, that was a time. That was a time. That was a time. Anything else? Yeah, stats aren't great. Yeah, man. Yeah, just one of those. But listen, look, guys. Like I said, we'll leave it there. It was a quick, short one. Just kind of wanted to see. Let me see what the poll actually said. Let's see. What did the poll say? Off topic. Did you see new Spider? Nah, I haven't. It's actually I've got it bookmarked. I always bookmark things. And he Spider-Man movie is the next trailer. Sorry, that I want to see. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that. Heard it's good though. Heard it's good. But it's Spider-Man. I'm gonna watch it regardless. Like there's no two ways about it. Like it's not like I wasn't gonna watch it. All right, let's see. So I just want to see the poll, bro. Like, what's all this hustle and bustle stuff? How come it's not letting me see it? For some reason, I can't see the poll. I should see how many of you voted about how excited you are. Tyler Adams and Yunus Musa. Come on, Scraps, you was there. You was there, man. You was there. You was there. Come on, man. That was the time. That was the time. Yeah. That's a real old school. Did you complete? No, I haven't completed it. I haven't completed. Right now I'm watching Blue Lock. After Blue Lock, I'm watching Fire Force because I'm watching both at the same time. And then maybe after that, I will then have time because I'll finish both of them relatively soon. Blue Lock is good, by the way, people. It's the football anime. Watch it. It's good. It's good. It's actually really, really good. So you guys should definitely watch it. GTA pre-order date 25th of June. You know how much money they're gonna make? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You know how much money you're gonna make? You know how much money you're going to make? Sorry, I say you. Rockstar going to make. Oh my god, I didn't know it was that's next week. Literally 7 days. That's mental. I honestly didn't know it was that soon. So when's the game actually out then? And the thing is, once that game comes out, I ain't streaming on here. I'm gonna go on like Twitch or something over there because it's a bit easier to do the gaming and stuff like that, and I could be a bit more, as opposed to here. I've got to be very careful in terms of some of the stuff that you do, kind of thing. But yeah, guys, listen up. Big up to everybody. Love for jumping in, sharing your thoughts and stuff like that. November, as I said, please keep your notification bells on. I will drop the video this evening about his style of play, why Liverpool wanted him in the first place. Is he worth it? I know it's a very, very low fee and it was an activated release clause, but listen, money's still money at the end of the day. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll see if he's really worth the money. Watch out for him. I don't know if he's going to play that much really for Spain during this tournament because especially if Nico and Yamal come back, he ain't realistically going to play. But listen, if you can get any time and Spain are playing, you can obviously, go and check him out, man. But yeah, I'll catch you guys real soon. And yeah, man, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.